The definition of multiplication is that you have a bunch of groups, each with the same number of items in them, and you want to find the total number of items. So today we're going to multiply the fractions 7/3 and 4/5. We can put this in a sentence by saying how many pieces of cookies are in 7/3 groups of 4/5 cookies. Now, when we're working with fractions, there is a number on top and a number below the bar. So right here, on top is a 7, below is a 3. The top number is called the numerator. And the numerator refers to the number of pieces of the whole that we are considering. And then the denominator, or the bottom number, refers to the number of equally sized pieces that the whole is cut into. So, in order to find out how many pieces are in 7/3 groups of 4/5 cookies, we'll need to draw a picture. So first, we'll draw a box. This box will represent our whole. For 7/3, the denominator states that our whole has 3 parts. So we'll split this into 3 parts, like such. However, our numerator is 7, which means that we need 7/3 to complete this. So to do that, we'll draw more boxes of the whole in order to get 7/3. So just like we did before, we'll split these into 3 pieces. And now that we have our whole separated into 3 parts, because that's what makes up the whole, we know that we have 7 pieces that we care about. So to show that, we'll shade them in. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that shows 7/3. Now, in order to show multiplication with 4/5, we have to go ahead and redefine the whole. So in order to multiply by 4/5, we look over at this picture and recognize each third. So each of these smaller boxes is now the whole. Each whole needs to be split into 5 pieces because the denominator of 4/5 is 5, which means that each whole has 5 parts to that. So I'll go over here and we'll split these into 5 equal sized boxes. We'll do that with the other ones as well. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In order to show the numerator of 4, which is how many of the pieces that we care about, we'll do like we did with the 7/3 and shade in 4 of the 5 boxes in each. Now, if we look at each of our boxes, we see that they're cut into a bunch of smaller pieces. We want to know how many pieces are in each whole. So now we're returning back to this box as counting as the whole. So if we count them all up, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 pieces that make up the whole. And that's the same for these boxes as well. So that number 15 pieces will be our denominator because that's the number of equally sized pieces that the whole is cut into. Our next step is to establish our numerator, or our top number, so the number of pieces that we cared about. So you go back and count the parts that are shaded in both blue and red, and you'll get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 in the top, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 12 in the middle one, and then in the bottom one we only have 1, 2, 3, 4. To get the total numerator, we just add these three numbers up, and 12 plus 12 plus 4 equals 28. So we have 28 pieces of the whole that we care about that are shaded, and then 15 pieces each make the whole complete. So we have 28 pieces, and then in order to show this as multiplication without the picture, students can see that 7/3 times 4/5 is equal to